this project, we want to explain the conductometric titration of vinegar. This project was done by Sai Deepak, Srikar, Venugopal and Akhil. Introduction about vinegar. Vinegar contains very diluted acetic acids. There are 15 types of vinegars like white vinegar, etc. In Asian recipes, rice vinegars are also used. In Indian street foods, white vinegar also used. Conductometric titration. Conductometry is a measurement of electrolytic conductivity to monitor a progress of chemical reaction. The electrical conductivity of an electrolytic solution depends upon the number of free ions in the solution. Conductometric titration works on the principle of Ohm's law. Principle. During the liberation process, one ion is replaced with the another. The difference in the conductivities of these ions directly impacts the electrolytic conductivity of the solution. It depends upon the occurrence of chemical reaction in the electrolytic solution. Theory. This type of titration states that the endpoint corresponding to the titration process can be determined by means of conductivity measurement. After the equivalence point is reached, the concentration of ionic identities increases. This increases the conductance of the solution. The point where they meet or intersect is the equivalence point.
Literature review. The scientists Henry Cavendish and Andres reported the analysis of mineral water and soil solution by using conductometric methods. The George Wink and Emil Werber checked the water solubility of gases. In early stages, direct current conductometry was utilized. The scientists Kohlrausch and Nipollard used alternating current and took conductometric measurements without polarizing electrodes. The scientist Berthelot used conductometric titration to the chemical reaction. The scientist Withe used conductometric titration to determine the endpoint in volumetric analysis. Kohlhoff summarized the studies related to endpoint detection by using conductometric analysis. A special type of conductometric analysis called telephone analysis was introduced by Bounty. Dr. Samuel Hansen and Ark made experiments on conductometric of different titrations.
Experimentation. Aim of the experiment is to determine the concentration of vinegar and sodium hydroxide solution by conductometric titration. Apparatus required: conductometer, conical flask, beaker, stirrer, burette, measuring cylinder. Principle of the experiment. When acetic acid reacts with NaOH, it gives rise to CH3CONa plus H2. It is a simple acid-base reaction. Procedure. Step 1. Preparation of primary standard solution of oxalic acid. Oxalic acid is weighted accurately in clean dry weighting bottle. Transfer it into 100 ml volumetric flask through a glass funnel. The substance is dissolved completely in minimum amount of distilled water and solution is made up to mark. By shaking the mixture, it became homogeneous. Here, concentration of oxalic acid equal to amount of oxalic acid transferred by gram molecular weight of oxalic acid into 1000 by 100. We got concentration of oxalic acid equal to 0.246 m. Step 2. The burette is filled with NaOH solution. Add 20 ml of distilled water and 10 ml of oxalic acid into conical flask using measuring cylinder. Add 1 to 2 drops of phenolphthalein indicator and titrate it. until it changes color from colorless to pale pink. Here volume of NaOH ran down, we got 10 as concurrent reading. Now molarity of NaOH, we have to find it. Volume of oxalic acid 10 ml, volume of NaOH ran down 10 ml. So we got the molarity of NaOH is 0.492 m. Step 3. Add 25 ml of vinegar and distilled water in beaker. The platinum electrode immersed completely in the solution. After attaining stability, note readings by adding 0.5 ml of standardized NaOH from burette. Note readings after every 0.5 ml of NaOH. Here is the table we got conductance and corrected conductance. You have to calculate the corrected conductance by formula. Corrected conductance equal to C into V plus 50 by 50. Here C is conductance, V is volume of NaOH. Now M1 molarity of vinegar we got I taken it as R equal to 0.031 m.
In this experiment, we all collected the vinegar solution from noodle shop. We conduct conductometric titration to know it is strong acid or weak acid. By graph we plotted, and finally confirms that they used strong acidic nature of vinegar. Conclusion: we are street food lovers, but in these noodles they are using acidic vinegar. It will harm to our intestine of our body. Conductometric titrations is also used to know the molarity of vinegar. In this experiment, we used measuring cylinder instead of pipette, so we got some errors due to this.